Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to have a little bit more of a serious discussion than is typical for these YouTube videos. Usually I like to keep a very lighthearted tone and just be really down to earth, but today we're going to have to be grim because the topic today, it just requires it. I don't want to see any silly comments, okay? For those of you who are unaware of the situation, what basically took place is that, a couple of weeks ago, I started working on a video entitled God of War Ragnarok is Too Shiny. And so this video consisted in some of my observations about the particle effects in the critically acclaimed video game God of War Ragnarok. Now, in my naivety, it was my impression that there was merit to some of the disparate and very lightly considered observations that I had made. However justified I might have believed my comments to be, if I step outside of my own limited perspective and I look at the situation as it is, the reality is that I said the phrase is too shiny when referring to the critically acclaimed action-adventure title God of War Ragnarok. And that's uncouth. It would be irresponsible to try to morally justify such an obscene and untoward, very slightly negative observation. And so that's why we're here. Certainly to those people who left comments reminding me of the breach of decorum which I had, which is what that video was, right? I just want to offer my apologies and my gratitude for bringing this to my attention. Without those comments, I might have stayed in the limited and biased malaise of my immediate observations. As recompense for my morally reprehensible actions, for this foreseeable future, I am going to devote all of the resources of this YouTube channel towards the production of videos that praise the critically acclaimed action-adventure video game God of War Ragnarok. We're going to talk about the characters of God of War Ragnarok, the story, the themes, the villain of God of War Ragnarok, an Easter egg, a particularly marvelous scene which demonstrates immense artistry and beauty. And I hope that after, maybe half a dozen videos like this, that will serve as adequate reparation for my transgression. You're definitely going to want to make sure that you're subscribed and that you've hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on these elaborations of my penance. And for those of you who would like to support my ability to dedicate the necessary time and energy required to live out this responsibility, I have opened up a Patreon page as of today, where for just $5 a month, you can gain access to behind-the-scenes extras and content videos that have been scrapped or really old projects that I made before I really refined my video editing skills to this point. You can get your name in the credits, and I'll also be doing some form of an unscripted podcast-style project that in its complete form will be exclusive to Patreon. Certainly, if you have an interest in philosophy or literature or art and culture in a somewhat analytical sense, you're definitely welcome to help me out there, and then we'll see if we can't start building some kind of community. But what's most important, once again, is that I just apologize if I haven't made it clear for my transgression in the previous video. Make sure that you click on that video and watch it all the way through just to make sure that you understand the gravity of the situation. And I'm very grateful to those of you who have stuck to the end here and heard me out. From now on, it's going to be my goal to use this very modest platform with the aim of celebrating and uplifting not only the works of art in the video game medium that we all love and enjoy, but also those who create and interact with them as well. We'll see what we can do with that. God of War Ragnarok is the 26th greatest video game that's been released since the year 2000. And it deserves, I think it deserves more respect than I gave it in the previous episode. So, with that out of the way, thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope you have a wonderful day.